This is the island you spent over a month building. At first, it was nothing more than a pile of rocks. But little by little, with these carefully chosen little helpers, you turned it into a self-sustaining ecosystem. This is the bare tank used to build the island. You also need materials for the foundation. Plants are essential too. This time, the layout combines land and water. The aquatic environment is the main focus. Let's begin. Start with the land area. First, pour in a large bag of ceramic granules. This raises the rear section for the soil layer. The land will sit higher than the water. Now for the rock placement. There is no sketch. It is completely improvised. The final shape looks like two mountains. It has plenty of detail and looks quite good. Next, secure the rocks. First, stuff kitchen paper into the gaps between the rocks. Then use Aquarium safe landscaping glue to fix them. After the glue soaks into the paper, the rocks can be bonded firmly together. Once the structure is stable, add more ceramic granules. Keep adding until they rise above part of the rock. A mesh layer must go between the soil and the ceramic granules. Otherwise, the soil will stay too wet and mold may grow. That would be a real problem. Cut the mesh along the edges of the rocks. Make it fit as neatly as possible. The planting area is planned for the middle. Use nutrient-rich soil here. It is more suitable for supporting aquatic plants. Finally, lay a thick layer of sand on top. This locks the nutrients underneath. The hardscape is ready. Keep the water level just below the soil surface. Next comes planting. There are not many plants yet, but once spread out, they still create good volume. Over the next few weeks, they will grow rapidly. Just insert the plants into the sand. Try not to touch the soil below, otherwise, the roots may be damaged. Fast-growing plants can take up excess nutrients, helping to suppress algae growth. Although algae cannot be removed completely, the more plants there are, the more stable the start will be. Floating plants can absorb nutrients from the water. Aquatic plants also help absorb waste. It becomes a natural rhythm of renewal. By the 7th day, a layer of grime appears on the glass. First, clean it gently with a sponge. After leaving their original pots, these plants are trying to adapt to the new water conditions. During this period, some older leaves begin to wither and melt away, but as long as you add the right creatures, they will help clean up the residue. Add a group of orange shroom. They are the first cleanup workers. Try starting with 6. Slowly, their numbers will increase. As soon as the shrimp enter, they hide in the plants. They wait until they feel safe before coming out. Some of the bolder ones have already begun cleaning debris from the leaves. This shrimp found some algae between the rocks. These snails are the vacuum cleaners of the aquarium. They are good at cleaning the glass, including the dirt you cannot see with the naked eye. Now you have to clean up teams. As for the land area, the springtails you added work much like shrimp. They specialize in breaking down decaying plant matter on land. These fish are called clown killifish. They are tiny schooling fish. You added more than a dozen of them. When they first enter the tank, their color is still a little pale. After a few days of settling in, they will turn redder. At the same time, the terrestrial plants have also adapted well. Misting suits them better. Try misting more often. Then you can find the rhythm that suits them best. In nature, just one rainfall can bring huge changes. With humus and the right environment working together, even under the thick soil layer, mushrooms begin to grow. These mushrooms will open up within a few days. To make this tank a truly self-sustaining ecosystem, you decide to add some mysterious ingredients. A healthy ecosystem is never completely empty. You find a shallow pond, fill a bottle with water, and grab a handful of dead leaves. After bringing it home, just leave it for a while. Let the microorganisms grow on their own. Over time, it starts to change. Day by day, more life appears. The water becomes richer. The tiny ecosystem develops. The bottle becomes alive. The culture becomes ready. Then simply leave it there and let the microorganisms take care of themselves. Look at these tiny creatures. They specialize in eating excess waste. Take a little water from the bottle, then dilute it with water from the tank. This way, it can be poured into the aquarium. Release them into the tank. Add some dead leaves too. Just like fallen leaves returning to nature, the cycle begins. This is their food. They recycle everything. For these little fish, this is heaven. There are endless snacks. The ecosystem slowly matures. It is time to add some residents to the land. These are vampire crabs, very lively little crabs. They are semi-aquatic creatures. They can live in water and on land. When breathing on land, they rely on a thin, moist layer on their shell. For now, you only bought 2. They were chosen because their eyes shine beautifully. When the crab crawls to the water's edge, movement below the surface makes bubbles rise. These are oxygen bubbles from the plants in the soil. This shows the tank environment is suitable for their growth. Oxygen is released very quickly. It cannot dissolve fast enough, so it clings to the leaves. The little ones gradually get used to the tank. They begin moving around openly. Crabs like hiding in rock crevices. This one is called crab. It only appears when no one is around. It runs away as soon as you get close, so you try luring it out with food. Hey! Once the crab grabs the food, it immediately hides under the rock and starts eating. Now, let me introduce BU crab. It lives on the other side of the island. It loves playing and hiding underwater. Look! It even tries to hide behind the leaves. For now, whether crab or BU crab, neither has shown interest in eating shrimp or fish. The springtail cleanup team on land can even float across the water surface. Surface tension supports their light bodies. It lets them return safely to land. Springtails are an essential part of this ecosystem. The small clown killifish also treat them as delicious little snacks. You added 2 more vampire crabs. These crabs do better in groups. Their condition is best this way. The one with bigger, brighter eyes is called sky crab. The other one is called bottom crab. You let them climb into the tank by themselves. Place sky crab next to the rock. Bottom crab wants to be first. But sky crab looks around, then slips right off the rock. On the other side of the rock, there is another spot. One of their friends is already living there. Bottom crab crawls back into the cup. It stays there for hours before finally coming out. It first crawls onto the sand, looking for a place to settle. It seems they all want their own territory. Even if it is only a small push, it can still give them a sense of security. But the active crab causes chaos, exposing all their hiding places. Vampire crabs are usually most active at dusk. Spray water on the land area every morning. This increases humidity and waters the plants. This is to simulate their home in a tropical rainforest. These crabs come from Java, Indonesia. In the wild, they live beside rivers and forests, among cracks, stones, and plants. Everything cycles in nature, just like these dead leaves. Tannins released from deadly oves can help small animals fight bacteria and fungi. Rain brings new life to the plants. The rain makes the crabs excited. They all come out and climb onto the rocks. They play in the water. By the 40th day, some algae has appeared. This is novel while a new tank finds its balance. Floating plants cover the water surface. Under low light, the small fish show a vivid blood red color. The rain draws them out once more. They scramble over the rocks and splash in the water. What a lively scene! A beautiful little world where everything comes together.